Hey everyone, welcome to day 10 of the Win or Learn 25-day risk-taking experiment. Today is an action day. It's where we take the things that we have learned and we start putting them into practice. It's when we actually start applying all of the lessons from this week and start to feel what it's like to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. This has been an awesome week, and there are so many ways you can use these lessons to start changing how you look at everyday life and everyday risk-taking. Earlier in the week, I shared with you the universal rejection truth. This truth says, let me put it this way, you're amazing, you're interesting, you're dynamic, you're charismatic, you have so much value and so much worth, but not everyone and everything is going to respond to you the way you want. Some people are going to like what you're putting out there, some people will not. If you're single, some people are going to be really into you, but some people aren't. If you're in sales, some people are going to want what you're selling. Other people, they're not. If you are a parent, sometimes your kids are going to want what you're putting out there. Sometimes they will not. Every day, every week, every part of our life is filled with interactions that include some sort of rejection. The universal rejection truth is so awesome and so freeing. Here's an exercise. During this week, during the upcoming weeks, think about the things you want to say. Think about the things that you want to do and think, why am I uncomfortable about this? Why am I uncomfortable doing what it is that I just want to do? Or why is it so hard to say what I want to say? And you can start thinking about the universal rejection truth. Because once you start giving people permission to respond however they're going to respond and appreciate the world for what it is, it becomes so much easier to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is a muscle. You're going to have to do some training. You got to come out of rejection denial, that dark, dangerous place where you think everyone and everything's supposed to respond to you one way or another. I have freed the world of requirements. The world doesn't need to respond one way or another. People aren't required to behave the way I want to make my life better and easier. Because once I surrendered to this, I stopped feeling so much resentment. I stopped feeling shame. I stopped blaming. So come out of denial and embrace this truth, and we will get through this together. Remember, when you are somebody who is changing the world, when you're somebody who knows something that you have to share, not everybody's going to always respond to you the way you want. And you can be right, and other people can think you're wrong. Galileo is a great example. Galileo surrounded himself with a lot of intellectuals who understood astronomy, understood space. It's not like he was just coming up with this crazy stuff. I mean, he had a telescope and he saw that the Earth revolved around the sun. Like, he saw it. So he knew it. He shared it. People got upset. That's the universal rejection truth. Sometimes people just aren't going to respond the way we want. If the world doesn't affirm you, it doesn't mean you're wrong. Just make sure, and we're going to do this next week, we're going to make sure we're surrounded by the right people. We're going to make sure we put ourselves in the right places so we can be patient. So as we go through this process, if the world doesn't act or react the way we want, we can still move forward and understand how to get what we want. When you take your risk, there are 3 forms of rejection that you will encounter if your outcome isn't as planned. Self-rejection, the act of rejecting yourself. Wanting is really hard because a lot of you have wanted and you've gotten hurt. And you might be in a place of self-rejection. You might not even realize it. There may be things that you want to do that you aren't even giving yourself permission to think about because it's too painful. You're trying to protect yourself. So you reject yourself before ever allowing anyone else to do that rejecting. Then there's rejection by circumstance. There's going to be some reason that you don't get what you want. You got to figure that out. Circumstance might have nothing to do with you. It could have something to do with you. It might be something that you can't change because there's something called raw rejection. The truth is, there are some things you just are not going to be able to get because the universe is just not going to allow you to get those things. And you can't change that. So you change what you want, or you find other people in other places to align yourself with to be able to get what you want. See, this becomes, what we're doing is we're untangling ourselves emotionally from all of the past that has been connected to a misunderstanding of rejection and the universal rejection truth. So let's put this into practice. Let's take action. So here's what I want to know. I want to know, what do you want to create, change, or experience during this experiment? And we can do a lot of different things. So you can give me 3 things. If you want, you could just give me 1 thing. But I want you to write this down. You need to write this down, because writing it down, it is proven that when you write things down, you have a much better chance of accomplishing your goals. So write down, what do you want to create, change, or experience in this upcoming year? What risk will you take to get what you want? So for each of those things, you must take a risk. So I want you to explain to me the risk that you're going to take. Specifically, what is it that you are going to do? Then I want you to share with me what makes you uncomfortable about taking this risk. If you can be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I've gotten hurt in the past, or I don't feel worthy, or I'm too afraid that someone's going to say something that's going to hurt my feelings, whatever it is, just put it out there, because we can help each other to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because whatever it is you're worried about, there's an answer, and we can get through it, and it's going to be okay. And then finally, do you feel worthy and deserving of what you want to create, change, or experience? If the answer is no, well, then you are in a state of self-rejection, and we can explore that. Because if you don't feel worthy and deserving and good enough, well, then you've already rejected yourself and you've already created an obstacle. So we'll help each other get through this. So this is the assignment. I need you to share your responses to today's Action Day questions. Action. I try to make things exciting. So share this with me. You can text me. You can send me a message. You can use social media. You can use the Facebook page. I love the Facebook group. It's so much fun. I'm there every day. So come check it out. Share what's on your mind. And then also follow me on social media. I'm putting a lot out there. You can also reach out to me. And you can still invite people to participate in this experiment. I know I say this every lesson, but anyone can participate, and it's super easy to catch up, and the videos are available. So please check this out. I'm so excited to hear the things that you want to experience and change and create. Send me your answers. I'm so grateful to be in your corner, and I look forward to continuing the conversation. Thanks, everyone.